Below are 9 reflections on human nature and life that an individual has drawn from observing their own life and the lives of others, things well worth learning. 1. Constantly examining your own faults will lead you to gradually forget the faults of others. Inherently, there is no absolute right or wrong, there are only differing perspectives. Each person should respect the position of the other. 2. Please do not judge me prematurely, you only know my name. Yet you do not know my story. You have only heard what I have done, but you do not know what I have been through. 3. A truly strong person does not care too much about pleasing others. Do not place too much importance on maintaining so-called social relationships. The most important thing is to enhance your own inner strength. Only when you have cultivated yourself well will others draw near to you. If you are a sycamore tree, the phoenix will come to perch. If you are a great sea, 100 rivers will converge. If a flower has fragrance, bees and butterflies will naturally find it. Only when you reach a certain level will you attain the corresponding social relationships, not the other way around. 4. No one will follow you for a lifetime, so you must have the ability to live happily wherever you are and find joy in what you do. No one will help you for a lifetime, so you must be ready to be self-reliant. 5. Life is inherently a type of perception. When the one you love abandons you, crying out to heaven and earth is useless. When someone speaks ill of you, even if your tongue is like a lotus, you cannot defend yourself with 100 mouths. That is simply how life is. When successful, the mind feels like a rising tide. When disappointed, the mood feels like falling flowers. Do not take yourself too seriously. Moments of humiliation, helplessness, and the urge to weep are indispensable parts of life's journey. 6. Some people always admire and crave the happiness of others, only to look back and discover that their own lives are being admired by others. In reality, everyone is happy. It is just that your happiness is often in the eyes of someone else. This mountain of happiness has no peak and no end. You must learn to walk slowly. Admire the mountain scenery. Enjoy the rainbow. Feel the cool breeze. And keep a relaxed mind to feel that life is truly abundant. 7. Happiness does not overlook anyone. Sooner or later, the day will come when it finds you. 8. Life is a process of continuous movement and development. You will never know what will happen in the next moment, nor will you understand why destiny treats you the way it does. Only after experiencing various life events will you shed your initial superficial views and perceive the world with a humble mindset. 9. For example, if you sweep leaves, even if you use all your strength today, the dry leaves of tomorrow will still be blown in by the wind. There are many things in the world that cannot be rushed. One can only live in the present moment and continuously strive upward. 2 sides of the coin. To help us further understand the suffering and happiness brought by money, the topic we are discussing is the 2 sides of the coin. We need to understand how to use money correctly, not letting it create karma and lead to suffering and guilt, but relying on it to benefit others. Who that has entered into life, bustling through the marketplace of the world and competing with others, has not once experienced the powerful force of money? Money is connected to the very intestines, vital organs, of a human being. It is the root of humanity's joy, sorrow, pleasure, and pain. It is money that pushes people toward success or failure, making them respected and accommodated by the world, or despised and looked down upon. Thus, money has become an unparalleled power that influences human life. The ups and downs of worldly affairs, the changing hearts of people, the chaos of society, and the disruption of morality and ethics, all are due to the influence of money. So, what meaning does money hold for humans? Money, the killer. Money, the source of life. Money, the root of evil. First, I would like to define money. What is money? What is its true value that it dominates human life so much? We can understand it simply. Money is pieces of paper or small bits of metal assigned value and preciousness by humans. It is seen as the scale to measure the value of all objects. And sometimes it even measures human emotions. Parallel to these values, money sometimes equates to crime, fame, status, and everything that makes up a life. Based on money, externally there is a division of classes. While internally there is dependency, externally there is joy and happiness. While internally there is ultimate suffering. Therefore, Throughout human history, many sages, educators, and especially religions have offered many words and doctrines to warn and reform the human heart. According to Buddhist theory, greed, anger, and ignorance are the three enemies of man. Thus, to begin cultivating oneself and accumulating virtue, a person, especially one seeking the path, needs to reject and restrain greed. Greed is the starting point of desire. To escape suffering, one must eliminate desire. And to eliminate desire, one must restrain and eradicate greed. For human greed is bottomless. Greed for money, wealth, and fame. The love of money is the mother of countless other vices. Since humans first valued money, it has played a central role in deciding human life. Money is tied to one's vital interests. It separates the affections of blood siblings, causing many families to suffer the separation of flesh and blood. Countless people have gone to prison because of money, committed robbery and murder because of money, and caused wars and bloodshed because of money. Today, money plays a primary role, even deciding the daily activities of humans. Money can replace eyes and transplant hearts, turn the ugly into the beautiful, and change a life of poverty into one of extreme wealth. The positive side of money is that it can raise public awareness, improve people's lives, lead a country toward contemporary civilization, change a nation's destiny, and greatly influence the social community. Money today has a truly terrifying power. Previously, humans created money to represent the value of goods. But as money became useful due to its convenience, it began to exert a powerful influence on human life. The more society develops and material life rises, the higher the status of money becomes. Almost everything in material life can be exchanged for money. Even some spiritual values can be bought if people sell them cheaply, such as power, reputation, and social respect. Because of this, people have metaphorically elevated money to a point of near worship. Money is a fairy, a Buddha. Money possesses great power. The value of money is seen as being inextricably linked to human life. Money is attached to the intestines. Money is blood and bone. Money is the life vein. Money does not only deeply affect human life, it also distorts social relations, causing the ways of the world and human feelings to become chaotic and frenzied. Modern society is one where everyone needs money to meet life's needs. Therefore, making and using money is almost an essential issue. Housing, clothing, food, transportation, entertainment, communication, and all the comforts of life are exchanged for money. Without money, it seems we have nothing. Money has created great pressure on humans, becoming the center around which humans are forced to revolve. In a society where the value of money dominates everything, other values of life are easily forgotten because people are blinded by money. Money itself is not guilty, it is just that its influence is so great that it obscures our vision. If we are blinded by the power of money, we no longer know what is more precious and important. We may even fall into error and sin. Money not only spoils people and makes them blind, it also leads humanity into depravity. People are often swayed by money, turning white into black, or becoming arrogant and disdainful of their fellow humans simply because they rely on the power of money. People often joke, with a hint of truth, about money. Money is a fairy, a Buddha, the spring of youth, the health of old age, the momentum of fame, the umbrella for protection, the scale of justice. This reflects part of the social reality where money has the power to dominate all areas of life. Money can bring joy and happiness because it can provide houses, cars, food, drink, and entertainment. Money can satisfy needs and desires for enjoyment. In a negative sense, money can help people attain careers and fame, helping them rise in rank. Money can cover up and hide the truth, overturn right and wrong, and act as an umbrella protecting those who involve themselves in sin. Wherever money is, the scales of justice tilt toward that side. It is because money has such power that people do not hesitate to spend time and effort, regardless of the means, even selling their conscience and morality to pursue the goal of making money. Money brings joy and happiness, but it is also what robs humans of joy and happiness because of chasing money. People forget other life values, even losing themselves, because of money. People are ready to inflict suffering on each other and make society insecure and chaotic. However, money is not everything. Upon careful consideration, many things cannot be bought or exchanged with money. A society that wants to develop must do so comprehensively, not just economically. In life, money can buy food and medicine, but it cannot buy health and life. Money can buy pleasures and entertainment, but it cannot buy true peace. Money can create a house, but it cannot build a home. Money can bring wealth, but it does not bring happiness. With money, it is easy to have a wealthy husband or a beautiful wife, but not necessarily love. With money, one can have many conveniences, but not necessarily leisure and comfort. Money can create fame, career, and power, but they are not lasting. Money can help people evade guilt and escape the net of prison, but it cannot escape the torment of conscience. Both the creation and use of money have positive and negative sides. Making money through one's own efforts, using honest means, is positive. Using money for good purposes to benefit oneself, family, and society, building a strong and prosperous family and society, is positive. Conversely, regardless of the consequences, using dishonest and illegal means that damage one's own dignity and morality and violate the interests and happiness of others to make money is negative. Using money for wrong purposes, causing sin, is a negative act harmful to oneself and society. In today's society, making and using money reasonably and positively is a great challenge for everyone. For a disciple of Buddha, one must clearly recognize the two sides of money. We must know that money is only a temporary means. Do not overcrave or seek it only to end up in painful bondage. Since our own bodies are illusory and impermanent, how can money last forever? It is something passed from one hand to another. We should not be too dependent on it. We must know it is temporary so as not to crave it too much. And if it is lost, we do not complain. We should use money correctly. Do not be too greedy or selfishly hoard it for ourselves. But know that money belongs to 5 houses. We should be generous in charity and releasing captive animals, creating merit for ourselves in the present and the future. Let money not become a venomous snake that affects us. A Buddhist must calmly contemplate to shed ideas of clinging and total dependence on money. Returning to other life values that we have long forgotten to escape being submerged in the whirlpool of money and to overcome the suffering and anxiety caused by it. We know that money is temporary and the root of suffering. Let us reflect for ourselves to further understand the true value of money, so that each of us understands and uses money in its true sense.